Hey, what's up guys, it's Trapzz Venox here, and today I'm going to bring you guys some Astroneer gameplay. It's a really cool little indie game, and I think you guys should get it. It's a really great game. But for now, I'm going to start off with just a playthrough. I think I'm going to turn this into a series, twice weekly maybe, where I see how far I can go. Try to maybe build shuttles and get to other places. I really don't know where this is going to take us, but I'm just excited to play and excited to have you guys with me. So, starting off, going on to our starting planet. Now, if you guys don't know this game, watch this and determine if you guys want it, because I really recommend it. It's a great game. It's a lot of fun to play with friends. You can do co-op mode. I just think it's a great game overall. Now let's get into this. So you start off on the planet with this pod here, and you can run around. And if you notice that blue tether right there, that is the oxygen. And when you go away from that, the blue oxygen bar will start depleting. And then you have about 70 seconds, give or take, before you start suffocating. And then once you start suffocating, you have a couple seconds until you need to get back to your shuttle, within range of it, to get your oxygen back up. Now if you notice, there is yellow there. That means I'm low on oxygen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get compound to build a small generator. But also, you got to get grass and stuff like this to get organic blocks. See? Organic. And that is essentially the fuel source in this game. Organic. Now, obviously, once you get deeper into it, you can get more sustainable energies. And I know you can get solar power and stuff like that. You can get much more, much more reliable energy sources, because organic does not last long. So here you can see compound. This is an incredibly important block. I would say the most important starting block for you to have. Now we're gonna get all of this as can. If you noticed, it gave me the oxygen sign. I'm about to hit 25% oxygen. That's when I want to start heading back. Oxygen 25%. Now I got quite a bit of compound, so I'm good for now. And then all I'm gonna have to do is run back and fill up my oxygen again. Now, an important thing I also need to get is something called resin. That is another block like compound. That is an important starting block. So we're going to look around and find some resin. Here it is. These blocks are resin blocks, as you will see. This is also an incredibly important block that you need to get. We're going to take as much as we can, because resin is used for a lot of things. Building, researching, stuff like that, and expanding. So now I'm down to half oxygen. We're going to head back. So once you have some resin and compound, what you can do is start adding on to your pod. As you can see, I have the option to put some resin there, and then more resin there. Now this will then bring up an option, and a research chamber is the first one you're going to want to do. So this is where compound comes in. You have to put compound there to start building the research chamber itself. And the research chamber is immensely important as you're starting off. Now, if you look at my backpack, I have one compound left. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to build a small generator. Now, if you notice, every time I start building something, my energy depletes. So I use that small generator, and I put an organic block in there, and the generator will bring that back up. And that is something that is incredibly important. Now I'm also going to have to build another generator to power my research chamber. So instead of putting that there, I'm going to put this generator, if I can grab it, I'm going to put that down there. So that this now has power, right? But I'm not going to use that yet. I'm going to put it there for now. But first, I want to find some blocks that I want to deconstruct to get things called bytes, which is like the currency, essentially. And you need currency to research and unlock new blocks and new things. Now, let me show you that. You got to go in your backpack, press it again, and here's your catalog. So, yeah, you start out with 70 bytes. The first thing you want to get, or starting off, are, if I can find it, I believe it's here. Yes, tethers. Now, you can research those instantly. So, that is incredibly important to get started off, as tethers allow you to increase your range that you can reach oxygen from your pod. So once you research tethers, to build them you need 1 compound to build 11 tethers. Now tethers are incredibly important and are very useful. So So I'm just going to mine some organic because it is also useful. So we're going to go out and try to find some more compound, and I found it. Now that is kind of far away. And so I need to be careful in terms of my oxygen levels. Because you want to just mine all the compound. Gonna get as much as I can before I get down to half oxygen. I'm down to half oxygen. Get these last bits, and this is kind of risky, but I still have time while I am actually suffocating. So I got 2 compound, which is a solid amount. And is definitely enough for us right now. See, it'll give you 2 warnings, 50% and 25% oxygen. Now that I have 2 compounds, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn one of them into tethers. Now let me show you what tethers do. These are very useful. As you can see, I have that blue line, but when I go away, the blue line goes back. So I'm going to get the blue line, I'm going to place a tether, and then look, I can go all the way this far out again. The thing is, it gives you 11 tethers, so I can place another tether there. Then I can go super far out. So eventually when you start mining, they're very useful because when you go down to the mines, it's very dark and it's hard to find your way out. So sometimes you want to just create a stream of tethers going down into the mines so you could keep mining, keep getting those resources that you need to advance into the game without having to really worry about oxygen. Now that is something that is very useful about the tethers, and they are very, very easy starting block to get to increase your range before you start getting oxygen and canisters and stuff like that. That allows you to just have longer oxygen without having to refuel. Now, let me get back to my tethers so I can regenerate my oxygen as I'm running low already. So, the tethers do not recharge your oxygen in a slower way or anything. You charge it in the same speed, and are even better because they have farther range in general than your pod does. So I'm going to go out a little bit farther, and I'm going to start a mine soon. But before I start a mine, I need to have some more resources to assist me. Now that I have those tethers going out very far, I'm going to go and mine this compound out here. So I'm going to get my resource collector back out, and I'm going to get these compounds. Now compound and resin are both used in a lot of the materials, and they are very useful. Because in a lot of the things, for example, those research chambers or smelters, mineral extractors, anything like that, they require compound and resin. So that's why it's very important to stock up on resin and compound while you can. Now, it truly varies based on the game, which you're gonna find more of, compound or resin. Generally, I find more resin, and I'm trying to find more compound than resin, but it truly it differs per planet and per save essentially. So I made that longer so I can go back out, and now I am actually full, so I can get one more block, as you can see down there. It's pretty hard, but you can see right there, you get one more block, so you can in total store about 10 blocks, I want to say, or 10 materials, however you would like to put it. And materials do not stack. So that's why it's important to keep track of how much stuff you are carrying while you're going out. So this research collector, I will just give you a quick demonstration after I build. Put that away. I don't need more tethers. I still have about 6 tethers left. I'm gonna build some more. I'm gonna build one more small generator. I'm gonna put this small generator. Put on my backpack. Put this small generator right there. I'm gonna put this. Where is my other small generator? I just crafted it, and I do not know what happened to it. I did just craft it, didn't I? Looks like I'm crafting another one. Oh, never mind, it went there. It's okay, now I have 2 generators. So even though that made a bit of a waste, you can now put a small generator there, then put organic there, and organic there, and now this has power. But first I want to put something, so I'm going to put, for example, some compound there to start off. Then I go in here, and mining this compound will give me 40 bytes of data, which is not much, as there are some blocks, like pretty easy box, for example, aluminum and stuff, that can give you upwards of 415 to 420 bytes. Now see, those small generators power this, and this deconstructs it, and as you can see, it is sample data remaining. It'll give me those bytes, and if I go into my catalog, you can actually see as the bytes are increasing. Now, let me just show you some of the things that you can get. Mineral extractors, mods, platforms, condensers, catalyzers. Then if you go to here, you can find research chambers, stuff like that. Now here we can get small generators, tethers, solar powers. Now, solars are very important. They're very useful, as well as solar panel. Now all these are things you can craft, and there are all these, beacons, work lights, shovels, habitats even, and just more stuff that you can get along the way. Now this green stuff is pretty much just it being night and windy and a storm. So during these storms, there is a possibility of blocks hitting you and actually killing you. The thing about this is when you die, the game isn't over. You respawn, but the thing is, you lose the blocks you had with you, but it is possible to get them back. You just have to go back to where you died. So there's not much penalty for dying, as you do not lose your bytes and money. And if you go here, you actually have to go into tab to save the game. Once that's done, your game is saved. Now you'll see those blocks flying around, as one just almost hit us and one just hit us. And as you can see, it happens. A block hit me and I died. And then when I come back, my shuttle takes off again, and I lost all of my materials. All I gotta do really is go back to my backpack. So that is something that you need to look out for. As you can see, there's my backpack and my stuff in it. You can see, blow that up, and then I can just put that stuff in my backpack if I would like. So there's not much penalty for dying, as dying in this game is quite frequent, and it will happen. I have all the stuff I need to get. But it only lasts for a certain amount of time, as you just saw, as it just flew away. Luckily, we can get this compound back. And this compound. So I can get my stuff back. The only thing is, if you died far away from your landing spot, then it's going to be quite a bit harder to actually get your blocks back. Now, as you can see, it ran out of. Put the small generator back and put some more organic fuel in it. And it is almost done. As you can see, only a couple seconds left until that is fully deconstructed, and then it will go away. You will not get it back. And resin gives more than compound, and then something that gives a lot, I've noticed, is aluminum, or even organic gives a decent amount, I do believe. So I'll actually check that out real quickly. $24 bytes, so it gives the least amount because it is obviously the most easy to find block as this. Flowers. You just mine flowers and stuff like that. And once you get enough, you have to get quite a lot of these basic flowers. But if you go to plants and stuff that have those flowers on them, it goes faster, as I just got another organic. Now, these give it to you very quickly, as you can see. Essentially, the thicker the bush, the more organic per se stuff it's going to give you. Now here's more compound block. Now I need to find some more resin really quickly, and I also need to go mining soon to get better blocks, which will allow me to get better resources and give me more bytes. So, but before I do that, I want to create a trash pit per se. I'm just going to put it next to the pod, and all I'm pretty much going to do is dig. Dig a deep hole. But you need to be careful not to fall down there. Now, I do not need these compounds. Actually, I am going to keep some compounds to make more tethers, but I do not need that, or these organic blocks. Actually, I'll just put one in my generator. Now I have quite a bit of tethers. Why not make more tethers? Because tethers are very useful blocks, and now I'm out of compound, so that's all I got. And now I will revisit that once I need to get those blocks back. But for now, I have a ton of tethers, so I am going to go mining, and I think this is a good spot here. Now, it is not the best idea to mine straight down, as then it will be hard to get back out. We're going down, so I think I'm going to place one more tether there. And also, it is important to, so they don't get lost, pick up a tether and, like, place it against a wall somewhere so you don't run into it. As tethers can, if you pick them up and place them, hang down. We're going to mine out a little bit. Let's place another tether, pick it up or something, put it against the wall. Did not mean to do that. So I guess we'll just bring that with us then. We're just going to essentially dig down until we hit some sort of cave. Say we place another tether. Place it on the wall. And tethers also act as a light source, as you can see. Now, caves are generally much, much easier to find than this. So I'm surprised we haven't hit one yet. And as you can see, I disconnected from a tether, so I'm going to place another tether. Pick it up. Put it on the wall. More light. So that's how you want to use tethers, essentially, when you're mining. And here we go. We just hit a cave. But I was in the ceiling, which was too high up, and we just died. And we lost all of our tethers. Now, to stop that, we are actually going to probably go into the trash pit and get those back. Get our stuff back. But I had a lot of tethers with me, and I want to get those back. So, excuse me, nothing left. I may go into that trash pit, but I may actually try to go back into the mine, as I already have, tethers down there. So I don't have to worry about that. I pretty much just have to jump down, slide down, whatever. And you actually slide in this game, see? But that is what I need to be worried about, and that is good. See? I survived that. But the issue then is connecting the tether. So that is something that I need to build a canister, for example, to do. And those tethers are not going to reach this far. Unless we can try. Oh, that's right, that's it. Yeah, place one down, I'm not going to get any connection unless I can somehow get close enough. But yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So I am not going to get those back. And what I need to figure out is get a canister so that I can actually build up. See, I need to print a canister, and that will allow me to build up. And that's what I need to work on. I'll place getting down here and then being able to build up so I can get near those tethers and then connect to one and then place one so I can get down here, because this does appear to be a good mine. I'm quickly going to just look around. There's some malachite, which is copper ore, which prints about 430 bytes, so it's solid. Alright, so now we have an issue on our hands. And then after I print a canister, I will sign off for today. So that is an issue, really, that is pretty common, running into big caves and not being able to get your way out. So canisters are easy to get. So that's what we're going to do right now. Get a canister. If you go here, canister is costs 40 bytes to research. Then we go there. Canister is 1 resin. So what we're going to do out is we're going to actually follow this trail. And that's as much oxygen as we have. So now we have to actually find some sort of resin source. Alright. Nothing nearby, so we're going to try it a different way. We need to get to those tethers as we are already out of oxygen. And not to worry though, as we are in tether range. So now we're going to go out and try to find some resin. Yes, so these blocks right here, those white blocks, are very good. Generally in here is some blocks. Aluminum, it's a nice block. And these itself, I do believe, can be mined for some stuff. No, they can't. So we just got some aluminum for free though, which is a very good block for mining. Or more deconstructing to get some bytes, which will allow us to do more. Now, I think next episode we're gonna build a canister. We're gonna get our stuff back. We're gonna get some tethers, and we're gonna start mining. But for now, I'm signing off. I'm Jackson, or Trapzz Venox. Don't forget to like and subscribe, comment, share, whatever. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.